evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the and his opponents, fighting out of the red corner, Comeback Kid, George.
All right, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a nice clean fight. All right, touch gloves. Let's go.
You get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about. It's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
Gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on. He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin, or is that Mount Rushmore?
Oh, Roses on the bad end of a big hook upstairs.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up. Keep working the jab.
10 clicks of the talk.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
There's the head shot, but he parries it away. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Rhodes. Stabbing right hand by Rhodes. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. George is nailed by a huge uppercut. Oh, and there you go. What a forceful hook by Rhodes. There it is. George is clamped down by a left hand. George has got a way of just getting away from that punch. And they to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside, and boy, oh boy, are they putting on a show tonight here.
Well, kind of what you expected. These styles kind of told you that this is what you were going to get.
George is still shaking after feeling that uppercut. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Teddy, he is hurt. He just took a fusillade of punches there. What a barrage that was.
Give him credit, you know, he's not smothering himself. He's keeping himself at a distance where he can keep that offensive flow going.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Rose is making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch, they're the ones that wind up landing.
A huge uppercut by Rose. Gotta try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. So we come to the end of the round, and that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner, and they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Here we go with the fourth round. George is looking all right here as we start this round, but it was just a round to go that he got tagged. He was stunned there in that last round. What do you expect from him here, Teddy?
Well, I think he's starting to gain a little bit of confidence because, you know, now he's been left alone a little bit. And that's the danger. His opponent is letting him get himself healthy again. And if a guy who's been hurt starts to gain confidence, all of a sudden you have a tougher fight than you ever thought you were going to have on your hands.
Rose is doing a good job of targeting on the inside. George is sitting here wondering why he's getting hit so much. How about this? You're not moving your head at all.
Well, how about don't wonder about it? You weren't taught that probably in the gym. You didn't work on that in the gym. Well, it's not going to come to you suddenly when you're in the arena.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Look at that. No doubt about it, he's hurt. That series of punches just got to him.
You know, right now he needs to go into that old Dean Smith four-corner offense where he just kills some time, slows things down a little bit.
Punch. Rose is coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, so they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
Roses is being smart on the outside. George is not having things go his way tonight, but there's one easy explanation for it. He's barely moving. He's just stationary there.
And his opponent's taking great advantage of that. He's coming in, he's finding them, he's giving them angles. You know, I think part of it is frustration. He's not moving because he's being kept off balance, and right now he's just not thinking right.
Well, the quick read on this guy, if you watch this fight so far, is that he just doesn't jab enough.
And that's the most basic thing in the world. You need that punch to make everything else happen.
George is feeling the impact of that powerful hook. George is in a hole. There's no other way to say it. He's losing this fight badly.
Yeah, if he was in the casino, guess what? The house would have most of his money. And right now he needs to hit a 7. And that means he needs to roll those dice. He needs to gamble.
Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs. Just upstairs, okay? Body in here. Left.
Here we are getting ready for the second half of this fight as we've reached the 6th round. George is now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming
right to the head and right to the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he goes down but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Oh, Roses on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Roses almost out of it there. He was stunned. George is showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Wow, just
Watch your hand.
The referee gives him. Rose is going to get a point deduction. Roses is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, You just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Here we go! Action to start the 7th round. Rose is coming off of a round. Wow! George has been stunned. Rose is mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Thinks we're going to get... There it is! George is down. He is knocked down. And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it's over. This fight is over. George is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory.
Comeback Kid, George.
George is your winner by knockout.
Everybody but his opponent is happy now. That was an entertaining fight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We'll see you next time ringside.
Empty banana clipping has been happening quite often. They'll pull up on the side and turn your car. And ain't nobody talking cause that's the rules of the soil. We beef over rap, the government beef over oil. We beef in the trap, they beef on sacred royal, ancient holy ground. Thinking that it's righteous, way out of bounds.
From New York to the Bay, San Paulo to LA, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that NASA. From New York to the Bay, San Paulo to LA, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that NASA music. NASA music. NASA music. Yo, another day, another dollar. Max squeeze a dollar till it holler. Holler, you either split. Meet me at the same place, same time tomorrow. Take the R out of brother, but I ain't trying to ball.
MP5, Newsmasters, Chinese AKs, alleyways, sour grim, dark murky days, slapping dominoes on the porch with it. Real manish with it, I rip it. Split for the less fortunate. Me a meth merchant. I call him meth merchant cause he dope. We in his burger and we stuff. They say it ain't no future in our hope. No life in our breath, scared to die, but quick to take a death.
Little Johnny on the block, about to put the body in the drop, damn hot, off top on everything. God, and if I look sober, that means I'm probably not. From New York to the Bay, San Paulo to LA, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that NASA. From New York to the Bay, San Paulo to LA, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that NASA music.